Hi, my name is Ben, and I'm applying for the Transformers program because there is a problem that I want to explore and it needs to be solved now. Why wait until I've completed my degree? I've been building communities online for years and I've seen how powerful it is when people are a part of something that makes them feel heard. I want to create something that brings people together in a way that actually makes sense, in small, connected and meaningful communities in the ways that humans have always thrived. The way that people, and especially young people, are organized is just broken. The hierarchy kills creativity in ways where most organizations are built so that ideas must climb for permission before they can even begin to move. By the time that young people are allowed to lead, they've often lost the mindset that made their ideas worth hearing in the first place. I want to create something closer to how people live in those small groups like families or classrooms that all feed into something bigger, but without the control that kills their creativity. Groups that share insights upward, not only for approval, but to actually make sense of the collective bigger picture and bluntly put their opinions on the plates of those who would otherwise just let it pass them by. When I was young, living in Bali, I started a project called Ben's Boxes. This culminated in us having built 2 playgrounds at schools for the disadvantaged. I chose playgrounds as the main contribution because the youth had no real reason to attend the school other than maybe having to learn, and there was nothing exciting drawing them towards it, but the playground gave them a reason to come and play and then hang around. I'm also passionate about making sure that kids and young people understand their impact on the planet, which is why I became a founding member of Kids Cut Palm Oil, which campaigned through schools across the world for 3 years to raise awareness of deforestation and its impact on the wildlife throughout Indonesia, until it was shut down under pressure by the Indonesian government on behalf of the palm oil industry. At first, I worked with what I had, with no skills or resources, nervous, awkward, and barely engaging anybody, but when friends and family saw the vision, they came and joined in. The energy changed, and we were laughing, talking, and people came to us instead of having to pitch our idea out to them. It wasn't about selling a product, it was just about sharing something that we genuinely cared about with the world. Living overseas taught me the same lesson. When you strip away the labels, people connect naturally. And through my online endeavors, I've seen strangers from opposite sides of the world work together when the goal mattered to them both. Those groups worked best when they were small, tight-knit, and self-motivated. That's why this model isn't just for students. In big corporations, employees are often split into siloed teams that lose sight of each other, and my approach can reconnect them into smaller, collaborative families that still feed into a larger purpose, improving communication, creativity, and morale without the bottlenecks of the hierarchy that squashes individual ideas. Since I was 14, I've run global online gaming communities where hundreds of people would work together towards a common goal. When we stayed under 100 people, it worked beautifully with strong bonds, creativity and accountability, helping everyone to operate at their best. But when we grew too big, we found it necessary to have to break ourselves down into smaller self-sufficient groups that could almost operate on their own, to let people use their own strategies and come up with their own ideas, yet still working together to achieve our goals. Now, through Bond's Transformer program, I want to use this as a test bed for this approach to organization and structure by freeing up the hierarchy to let people think independently and not try and change any systems from the inside, but to build something better alongside it and just prove to the world how it might work. It starts with a simple structure. Group people the way classrooms might, not by opinion or background or what things they like, but by being in the same place, letting them talk, solve, share, and just bounce ideas off each other, then feed those reflections into a wider network with no single leader, no moderator, just a mesh of connected groups with people sharing stories and challenges, inspiring each other, and this idea would scale from Bond to Brisbane to anywhere. I don't want to lead crowds, I want to light fires that they can carry. I want people to feel like they're already a part of something, because everyone always has been, and we're all human. Transformer gives me the space to prove that. I've got the idea, I've got the lived experience, I just need a place to build. Thank you.